What's up everybody, my name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today's Monday, July 7th. Now, in today's video is pretty exciting because we've gotten a couple hints over the past weekend, especially as of today, that Dog is going to be featured on Kraken's Formula 1 car. Yes, the Williams racing car. Now, what are these clues that have hinted towards this? Well, I'm going to share with you in this specific video because Kraken actually just released a trailer that was teasing meme coins to be featured on that rear wing. But before we get into that, we have to talk about the news that's happened over the weekend because we had major YouTube channels talk about Dog, also a major exchange out there that's also tier 1 potentially listing Dog and maybe other runes for spot trading. We're going to look into that, but most importantly, I want to look into charting and analysis. You will be shocked at what you're going to see in terms of the charting because right now, everything is gearing up for a huge explosive run up. Let's look into that. Let's cover it in this video. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, don't forget to join us on X, and please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I will never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email, so please be careful and invest safely. So guys and girls, let's get right into it. So Dog Bitcoin right now is around a 430 million market cap. Now, if you look over the past 7 days, we actually saw a massive pump to the run up. So we were roughly at around 410 million, and then like just within 1 day, we went up to around 480 million. So I don't know what's really going on. This could be just manipulation within Gate.io. As we do know, Gate.io has a lot of market makers, a lot of bots, a lot of manipulation happening with just that exchange itself. But let's look at coin market cap in terms of ranking. Dog right now is 116, used to be at around 114. It's really close to being at the top 100. There's only one coin in the way of that, and that's ApeCoin. Now let's cover other news because we're seeing that runes right now are the alpha meta protocol. As you can see with this black bar, it's in dominant. So this could either be minting, etching, but all the activity happening within runes are dominating over BRC20s, alkanes, and ordinals combined. That's insane. So I definitely think that right now, people are focusing on runes as the next new meta for not just meme coins, but maybe stable coins, maybe as another utility token platform within Bitcoin. This is phenomenal. And it even goes to show, Lunar Crush reported today that runes right now are in the green. And the fact that runes right now are the crypto sector price performance over the last 24 hours, I mean, honestly, people are really interested in runes. Runes are here to stay. And if you're looking on Gate.io, you're actually saying that it's giving you a signal. Strong buy, which is what the indicators on Gate.io are saying, regardless of what's happening over there, if it's market makers or bots or leverage traders and the manipulation happening with Gate.io, at least within Gate.io, it's saying strong buy. Thank you for BitMax Dog for sharing this. CoinMarketCap's weekly meme coin report did say that Dog gained roughly around 10% because not only did it go up in price, but also there was this public traded company that was a part of it. Now, if you don't know, C2 Blockchain is the first publicly traded company to acquire Dog on its balance sheet, aka its treasury. And I definitely think that this is just one of many. And they even said just recently that they're committed on adding more. Now, do they add 50 million tokens, 100 million tokens, or what the critics and also voters say, 100 million tokens plus mining revenue? So whatever they mine in terms of their revenue, they also want to put more on top of the 100 million that they would acquire. Then the other day, we saw that the Leather team, which is another decentralized wallet, did interview people over at Bitcoin Las Vegas, asking them, what do they hold in their bags? And a couple people in the specific clip mentioned Dog.
What is something that you love that you hold in your Bitcoin wallet?
I love Dog. Dog, go to the moon. Let's go.
What do you hold in your wallet?
Bitcoin,
Just Bitcoin?
Ordinals,
Okay.
runes, stacks,
Favorite rune?
Dog, to the moon.
Let's go.
So that's really cool to see the Leather team is also bullish around Dog. But we also have another exchange that listed Dog for futures trading, which is called BitUnix. Now, BitUnix is kind of a tier 2, tier 3 exchange. For me, I think they should have listed it for spot trading. It makes no sense to do futures, but nonetheless, this is still very positive. This was announced on July 4th of 2025. Now, this is the news that was just shared recently. Altcoin Buzz made a video dedicated and educating people about Dog. Now, I'll share with you a link on the upper right hand side on YouTube to see the full clip. But I want to share with you just a little snippet of what the video had shown and why it's important to understand why Kraken was just the beginning in terms of tier 1 listings for Dog Bitcoin.
Looking at the last 3 months, actually, DOG dog is up 314%. There are a few reasons as to why this coin is pumping in particular, not the least of which is the fact that a tier 1 US exchange just listed DOG. And so my thesis is this, very simply. If meme coins are to rally again in one form or another, then this one is going to pump harder. Kraken is the first tier 1 exchange to list dog, even though it's available on many other exchanges and dexes. That's for the spot markets. Dog perps are available on Bybit and OKX. So really it wouldn't surprise me if spot listings come online there soon as well.
Now, as he mentioned, it's not just going to be Kraken. You have OKX, HTX, Bybit, and all these other exchanges that are lined up. Speaking of which, OKX just had some recent news. So over the weekend, apparently in their inscription updated page or upgrades, they have here within the manage section and in the trade section that's coming soon is going to be runes. Now, what does this actually mean? So you probably saw that OKX wallet announced that they were going to dismantle and also remove the runes marketplace within their decentralized wallet app. Well, I think mainly due to that is because on their actual website, they're going to be integrating the runes marketplace just within the website. Now, if you've been wondering if OKX has forgotten about runes, no, they haven't. In fact, they're actually more bullish on it by integrating a new marketplace, a decentralized marketplace for runes. But Dog, on the other hand, is completely something different. Dog is a rune. Yes, it's a rune-based token, but Dog is the #1 engaging token, and also it has the largest holder count and has the most trading volume and largest market cap. So Dog is most likely going to get a spot listing on OKX at some certain point or another. Then you have this, where if OKX does list Dog for spot trading, which is very important, then it would have its commitment to transparency and ethical standards, and also its refusal to engage in pay-to-play listings or insider deals. Then it would also support the largest meme coin community in crypto and on Bitcoin. We do know that OKX is all about innovation and leading at the forefront of innovation, and it will also have an alignment with users rather than just institutions. But listen, OKX is a little delayed. We don't know if OKX is going to list Dog for spot trading anytime soon, because right now, if you think about it, Kraken listed Dog within 225 days. And that was the quickest out of all these other exchanges. Bybit has been around almost close to around 400 days. We have KuCoin almost close to 385 days. And also OKX up to around 330 days or more with no spot listing. All they have is perpetuals or futures. So right now, we need to talk about Kraken. So today, they just did an airdrop. $50,000 worth of Dog was airdropped to holders who signed up for Kraken Plus and hold at least 10,000 Dog in their portfolio. And as you can see, a lot of people did receive their airdrop, as you can see from the holdings down below. So this is really amazing that people have received their airdrops. Kraken continues to deliver it. Speaking of delivery, let's talk about Dog on Kraken's Formula 1 car. So just on July 5th, which was 2 days ago, we had Hova Beta say, could Dog join Crack on Kraken FX's Formula 1 rear wing? And Lou, who's part of the head of consumer marketing over at Kraken, said, stay tuned. It doesn't just stop there, because when I reported this specific news article about Lou's response, guess who responded down below? Arjan Sethi, the co-CEO of Kraken, said, stay very tuned. Then later we saw that Arjan responded to Hova Beta saying, show me some design ideas. So what is this all leading to? I think it's leading to this specific trailer that I'm about to share with you right now, and it is this. This trailer was just released as of this morning by the Kraken team, and they said, don't let your memes be dreams. When? Soon, Williams Racing. And as you know, Kraken is an official sponsor of the Williams Racing team, and they have access to putting anything they want on the logo of their rear wing. And down below, you see that Lou, the head of consumer marketing, says, meme coin history in the making. Now, Lou says, Alpha, you're going to download Kraken FX. Question, what's your favorite meme coin? Now, this is what I think is going to happen, maybe starting by tomorrow. They're going to get a little bit of a campaign going between all these different meme coins. It isn't just going to be Dog. So basically, there's going to be a competition or contest which people have to vote on which meme coin should be featured on the rear wing. And Dog, by the other hand, has the strongest community out there. We're definitely going to win this for sure. But once that does happen, it's most likely that you have to download the Kraken FX app, because maybe the app allows you to vote on behalf of Dog. That way you can put your voting mechanism to work and we can get Dog featured on the rear wing. So remember, don't let your memes be dreams is what Kraken was teasing. And we have to remind ourselves back on July 1st of 2025, we saw a Kraken exchange say this exact same thing to Dog on Bitcoin's video about Dog being featured on the car. So in other words, Dog is going to be featured on the car, and that's the breaking news. We just need to show up when that contest does go live so that we can all vote. And in order to vote, you need to have the Kraken app in order to do that. Now let's talk about the charting and analysis of Dog Bitcoin, because Matthew Hyland shared something very interesting. If you compare Dog to Doge in its early parabola cycles, you can see that right now, Dog right now is following the exact same trends as Dogecoin. As you see, from tops to bottoms to tops against to bottoms, it's all kind of showing right now that sooner or later, Dog of Bitcoin is going to experience a parabola event very soon to Dogecoin. But also, we have to keep in mind one thing. Dog at 0.5% of Bitcoin's market cap would bring Dog's price and market cap to around 0.10, which is roughly around $10 billion market cap. Remember, Dog right now is roughly around a 430 million market cap. And if you look at where Dog could be in terms of Bitcoin's market cap, 0.05, 0.10%, 0.20%, 0.50%, even 1% at $2 trillion, $3 trillion, $4 trillion, $5 trillion. This is the market cap of where Dog's price will be. That's very important. If you haven't seen this already, pause your screen, look at this specific chart. You are not bullish enough. Now look at this. Look at this specific diagram that I'm sharing with you right now. The MACD has shown that the orange line has crossed over into the buyer's market. This is the very beginning of a bullish momentum for Dog Bitcoin. Look at the golden cross. Remember when the golden cross happened right here around June? Well, look at the 50-day moving average, which is the orange line, the 200-day moving average, which is the green line. Why do you need to pay attention to this? Look at the gap in between these. Look how far apart these two lines are away from each other. That means that this is setting up for a major parabola event. Not at $1 billion, but higher. This is huge. The fact that we're seeing the 50-day moving average continue to go up and the 200-day moving average continue to go down, if the gap keeps getting bigger, that means it's more bullish for Dog's price. And sooner or later, you're going to start to see a curvature of the 200-day moving average going up. And the reason we want to see that is because the Dog prices are going to go up as well. So to me, this is going to be crazy. Now, when we focus on the Dog price, you saw that big run up to around 400 million to 480 million. And then we bounce off that resistance level at 460. But notice this ascending triangle, which is this green line. This is ascending triangle is forming a wedge, and eventually it's going to break out of this at some certain point of another. And as you can see, it's bouncing off of the 50-day moving average. The Dog price cannot stay here for so long. Eventually, it's going to break out. Now, let's look at the weekly time frame. Now, check this out. The weekly time frame is sharing with me that in the MACD, look at the orange line. The orange line is getting closer and closer to that purple resistance level. Once it does that, ladies and gentlemen, on the weekly, Dog's price is going to slingshot up. This is just how the golden cross works. This is just how charting and analysis works. No matter if you're bullish or bearish, this is just what's going to happen. Dog's price is going to go up. And those who are impatient over the next week to 2 weeks are going to be left behind. Ladies and gentlemen, this is everything in a nutshell. Regardless of the volatility and the market manipulation that's happening with Dog, everything is setting up for Dog to do really well. If it's being listed on OKX, HTX, if it's also going to be on the Kraken F1 car, and also in terms of the charting analysis, everything is setting up for Dog to be very bullish in this next coming weeks. And before we close it off, I just want to remind everybody that right now we're doing a 100,000 Dog airdrop giveaway. Once we hit 20,000 YouTube subscribers. If you have not already, you can participate in this by subscribing to my YouTube channel and sharing with me that you have subscribed by commenting in the comment down below in Twitter right now, or aka X. You just have to post on this original post right here, and as you can see, people are sharing with me that they have subscribed to the channel. And you potentially, if you're a current subscriber or a new subscriber, you can participate in this and you can win that 100,000 Dog airdrop giveaway. So with that said, I hope you join our channel by supporting the channel. So go ahead, subscribe, like the button, and don't forget to join us on X to receive all of our alpha calls and trades regarding Dog and Moon. Till then, see you guys girls next time.